You gotta hate it when the chain on the markers gets tangled up, and 15 yards of chain is not fun to untangle. Guernsey-Sunrise versus Dubois in the six-man football state championship. First quarter, Guernsey-Sunrise wearing the white and black. They go for it on 4th and goal at the 3, and Brady Esquibel was just getting his day started. The drive was set up courtesy of a blocked punt, and the score is 7-0. Next possession, Esquibel is acting like a Ford vehicle because he wants to go further. This time it's 61 yards untouched. The senior had 242 yards on the ground for the game, and now he has the Vikings ahead 14-0. Dubois needed to do something soon because they were already in a hole and they did not want it to get any deeper. Unfortunately, it did on this play. Kurt Leesburg was looking long, but his receiver was covered by Treasure Hollister, who plays for the other team. He'll take the interception and get a pretty good return on it back to the other 31-yard line, which is where his teammates would set up shop on their next offensive possession. 3 plays later, here comes Esquibel again. Stiff arms one would-be tackler, and the path is clear to Valhalla. 22 yards. He's done most of the work, and that's why he has his squad up 20-0. The Rams would eventually get it in gear and had to reach into their bag of tricks. It's a reverse halfback option, but Colton Leesburg was having a slight problem finding anybody. He'll eventually find Kurt Leesburg, who will make the catch, hit the brakes, reverse course, get some good blocking, and spring loose for 59 yards. That got rid of the 0 on the scoreboard, but they were down 20-8 after the first 10 minutes. Second quarter, 4th and goal. Here's Esquibel again for Guernsey-Sunrise, but he's in a jam. He can't cross the line of scrimmage because you have to give the ball to someone else first. So he needs to throw, which he does, and connects with Hollister, who will reach across for what turned into a 19-yard touchdown play. It was a bit unorthodox, but it worked. The scoreboard reads 27-8. For a time, this game was starting to look like a repeat of the first game of the season. On this play, Kurt Leesburg would resemble a nail. I say that because he's going to get hammered. Esquibel with the sack, and he was getting it done on both sides of the ball. The boys in blue would try their luck on 4th down themselves, but Leesburg isn't going anywhere except backwards again. Forrest Foose is going to toss him into the turf. It's a turnover on downs, and the Vikings would start a drive in enemy territory. On the next play, guess who? Esquibel again, 29 yards, and check the juke he put on Zach Rose just ahead of the goal line. Nothing personal, but that was sick. This touchdown would make it a 33-8 contest. Dubois would go back to the drawing board and decided to keep things simple. Here's Rowan Hawk on a 4-yard end around, and he just got the ball into the end zone, plus a 2-point kick, but his boys are still down 33-16. Guernsey-Sunrise would do something similar. Esquibel, 4 yards himself, 7 touchdowns total, 6 rushing, and he threw for 1 other. This one makes it 41-16. The Rams then decided that the tricks worked before, so why not try again? This time, it's a reverse flea flicker. Colton Leesburg with the throw, and Kurt Leesburg, who started this play, makes the catch and takes off 55 yards, but he's not in the clear yet. He'll get stripped at the 1, but recovers quickly enough to get to the ball first and get the touchdown. That was close, and now his squad is down 41-24. The boys in blue needed to catch a break, and it's about to happen. Brock Baker will force the fumble, and Tage Walker will make the recovery at the 15, and you could sense the momentum was shifting in this championship game. And Dubois needed to cash in the turnover quickly. On 4th and goal, Hawk will force his way in on a 5-yard run. Now this game is getting interesting. It's 41-30, but in 6-man, that's not much ground to make up. After that, the Vikings said no more Mr. Nice Guy, and they would take control for good. Austin Quinn is off to the races for 30 yards. He would get tripped up from behind, but his momentum would get him into the end zone for the score to make it 48-30 going into the locker room. Third quarter, after getting a first down on a fake punt, GS was back on the attack. Quinn will go untouched for 32 yards on the far side, and this was just the beginning of the end. Now it's a 54-30 ball game. Later, 2 plays after a fumble recovery, here comes more. Quinn slips 1 tackler, and here comes touchdown number 3 for the senior. The Vikings would help double up the score and more. Now it's 62-30. The Rams tried to weather the storm, but it just got worse as the game wore on. Kurt Leesburg is feeling the pressure. He will try to get away, but he will not escape the grip of Esquibel, who was slightly hurt on this play, but he would stay in the game. Now this highlight was amusing, even though it resulted in nothing. Hawk wanted to take the boys in blue to new heights, but he will get knocked for a loop and pick up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the attempted hurdle. To his defense, desperate times, desperate measures. Guernsey-Sunrise would get a turnover on downs inside the enemy red zone. Hollister sees the pressure coming towards him, but he also kept his eye on the target the entire time. He will air it out and find a very wide open Jonah Gerard on a 15-yard touchdown pass. That was too easy. The scoreboard read 68-30 going into the final 10 minutes. Fourth quarter, this game was pretty much out of reach already, but just in case, Escobel's going to take the long way around for 19 yards. You could tell he was a little tired, but he made it. No good on the conversion, though, so it's 74-30, which is a 44-point difference, and the mercy rule kicks in at 45, so the inevitable was delayed a little bit longer. But we did not have to wait long. Kurt Leesburg's pass was slightly overthrown, tipped, and picked off by Seth Frederick, who will turn this into a 54-yard pick six. Now the running clock rule can take effect. The Vikings would shut out the competition in the second half and sail off with a six-man state championship. Final score 80-30. Guernsey-Sunrise would complete an undefeated 11-0 season.